Alright, hello, this is Shay. If you're new to this channel, well, of course, my name is Shay, I just introduced myself, but I make videos on like my workouts, my life, my routines, deep cleaning, visual diary, stuff like that. So in this video, I wanted to take you through my week of workouts for October. So this is my full workout routine as of now. So this is October, Halloween style, almost there. So the first day of the week is going to be a hip focus leg day. So I am currently following a GLUTE Mastery Program. So it's a program I had found via Instagram. My friend kind of gifted me a program. So I've been doing this for a couple of months now, I believe. Like it's almost going on a year, but I've loved it. I like the variation. I'm not the type of person who needs like guidance in the gym. Like I know what I'm doing, but I just like to be able to switch up my routine. And this program is specifically glute focused, and it has a lot of like more advanced movements. I'm not a beginner, so this is perfect right up my alley. And I use the app, it's called Trainerize, so I can track my workouts, track my weights, track my progress, take progress pics. So honestly, it's a really great program for me. I just pay for that every single month. It's a great opportunity. So this program is not a program where the person is personally training me. Like it's not a personal training thing. I don't go see them in person. So this is literally all online. So they just plan my workouts for me. So they literally upload it into the app. I go in when I'm ready to use it. I see the exercises, the sets, any supersets, triceps, anything like that. I pick my own weights. They don't pick the weights for me. And if let's say I don't like an exercise, I can switch it out. But yeah, so that's what this program is. Anyways, so I've been working out for a long time, and throughout my years, I've honestly loved working legs on the Monday, first day of the week. It's my hardest workout, and my goal is to grow my glutes. Oh, did I say that right? Glutes. So I know you saw the title, Body Recomposition. If you're not sure what that is, it's pretty much where I'm trying to kind of redo the way my body looks. I don't know if that's like the simplest way of describing it, but like I would like to have the hourglass shape. So, bigger glutes, smaller waist, a nice tapered back. So I am working out and eating in a way that allows my body to kind of like reform itself, if that makes sense. So because I'm doing that, my workouts kind of have to be tailored to that. So of course you are going to be hitting upper body. So in this hip focus leg day, the first thing that we start off with is hip thrust. So I've been liking using this hip thrust machine. If your gym has it, it's a great thing to use. It's so easy. You just load it up. I'm pretty sure like without any weights at all, this is like 15 pounds. So I just start off with 2 plates on there and then I go up from there. But pretty much this, I'm pretty sure for this week, I had to do 10 hip thrusts, and then you had to do a hold. So right after you do the 10 hip thrusts, you do a hold until failure, and then I just like to do like some hip abductions right after, just to get that burn. Like if I didn't hate myself enough, look at my face. Like this hurt. This definitely hurt, okay? But it's a great superset, and I've just been loving superset, especially for glutes, especially at the beginning. So I am really quad dominant, so I usually feel exercises in my quad. So that means I need to do things differently and make sure that I can feel everything in my glutes, because that's what I'm trying to target. So wearing a band right above my knees helps me feel it in my glutes, help me target my side glutes, your hips. It just helps me stay focused and have the good form. If you're quad dominant like me, you probably want to do hip thrusts right at the beginning of your workout. Honestly, this is a compound movement, so it uses multiple muscles, so it's going to use more energy. So I like to just get these out of the way at the beginning of the workout, put all my energy into this. This is the exercise that I want to target. And then everything else I can kind of like, it's like a relief. It's like, oh, okay, I did hip thrust, cool, good. Now everything else that comes after that, It's just a side. But I find that when I do hip thrusts at the beginning, like my glutes are on fire. I feel the exercise in my glutes. I don't feel it in my quads. So that whenever I do exercises that are more quad dominant, like for example, Bulgarian split squats, I don't have to worry that my quads are going to take over. I know that I'm going to feel it in my glutes because they're already sore. So that's just a trick that I've been doing. So this machine is actually really helpful because it's quick, right? Like just the setup is great. I don't have to waste energy just like setting up the barbell. I used to love the barbell. Like I would not use this machine, but I don't know. Lately I've just been focusing on convenience, and I have a full-time job. So literally after work, I go right to the gym. I have an hour, okay? I don't have all this time to be spending at the gym. Like I don't live here, okay? I gotta go home and live my life, okay? So yeah, so this is, I believe there's 3 sets. Sometimes I do 4. I have the app and it tells me what exercises I can do, but I can pick the order. I can pick the weights. I can pick, like, it tells me my rest times. You can time it on the app. I like the app because I can put my weights in, and then when I open it up for a new workout, it tells me the weights that I used last week. So it's really great for progressive overload because I can kind of like challenge myself and be like, okay, last week I did 155. So this week I'm gonna do like 175, you know? So something I've been really loving is these step ups. So this was included in the program and I was so excited to try these. I've never actually done these. So I'm using the standing ab machine just as like a balance. Like I've seen a lot of girls do these. Like I've seen videos of girls doing them, like, you know, on like different surfaces just to hold on to it for balance. I have horrible balance, okay? What I did was I just put a bench vertical to it, I guess, or whatever, beside it, and I am focusing on the downward motion. So this is not, don't picture this as like stepping up into something. Like I know that's in the name, but if you focus more on the stepping up motion, like going up the stairs, you're gonna feel it in your quads. So what I'm doing is, yeah, I'm stepping up. I'm using a bit of momentum just to get myself up there because it's obviously a higher bench, but then the descent, so going back down to the ground, I'm just like resisting. I'm using my muscles to resist that, and that's like the workout part of this exercise. And believe me, if you do this right, you will feel this in your glutes. Like trust me. And this works for your side glutes, because if you didn't know, your side glutes are what are used to like balance, to keep you balanced and not throw you off balance. So these are working a lot because obviously your balance comes into play a lot here. And I just wanted to note that I'm not lifting myself up with my arm. Like I'm not pulling myself up, okay? My arm is just there just to hold on, just that little bit of balance and just like a little bit of relief. So now at the end of the workout, he put this, like, I guess a finisher. So it was 30 reps of this sumo squat. Like, girl. Now usually I do this with 75 pounds, but ain't nobody doing 30 reps with 75 pounds. So I lowered it. I think I took a 30 here or like a 25. Anyway, so the point of this exercise is just to kind of like finish off and make sure you don't have any more energy in the tank. Make sure all your muscles are exhausted. I used to do finishers, but I'm not gonna lie to you, usually by the end I just have no energy. So this was just like a little bit, this was kind of new for me actually. This weight was definitely too light for me, but because I was doing 30 reps, like I could still feel it. And because I went so heavy on like the hip thrust and the step ups and all that stuff, like my glutes were feeling it. My glutes are feeling it. So there's only 2 sets of this finisher. All right, so on Tuesdays, I put my upper body days into I like to combine them. So I used to do back and biceps on one day, and then I used to do chest, triceps, shoulders on the other day. I'm just finding that I don't really have the energy to do 2 upper body days, which is horrible. I know it's horrible. It's just like my job is a lot more mentally taxing right now, and I just don't feel like I can push myself to do it. I know it sucks. It sucks because I praise to people, you know, show up for yourself, all that stuff. But anyways, that's just what works for me right now. So what I have been doing is, well, obviously following the workout plan, but we do back and shoulders. Okay, and I love training back. I love training back. Like, I'm not one of those girls that skips upper body. Like, I do love it. Okay, I love hitting my chest. If you're looking to like naturally lift your boobs, this is the workout for you. Doing chest, doing back actually has helped my back pain from my chest. So like I find my chest always like pulls me forward because I'm obviously bigger, but yeah, this has helped a lot. So what I like to do is some dynamic warm-up. So by this time, like, my shoulders towed up from just like sitting at a desk all day, right? So I'm just warming it up, making sure that I'm not gonna be injured, or making sure nothing's stiff, and just making sure I'm nice and ready. So the first thing I'm gonna do is some assisted chin-ups. So on this machine, the heavier you go, the easier it's gonna be. So I'm gonna start off at, I think, 150 pounds, I believe. So that's like kind of medium challenge for me. So I start off with that, and I try to hit 10 reps. And I didn't speed these clips up because I wanted to show you exactly how slow I do my reps. So when I'm pulling up, I do them nice and slow, feeling all the muscles contract. And then as I'm descending, I don't just let myself drop. I like make sure I hold on, and I'm using my muscles to kind of like resist gravity. So I will be trying to hit 10, and then I'm gonna lower the weight and go to 130, and that is a very challenging way for me. So usually when I go down to 130, I'm gonna try to go till failure. Okay, and this machine is great for that because if you fail, all you gotta do is like step up onto these little steps here. Like it's not scary, trust me. Like you're pretty high up, but there's a reason for that. So this is just a great machine to allow you to fail. So I usually do 4 sets. So the first set is more of like almost like a warm up, and then the next 3 sets, I'm going till failure. So failure in the sense of I'm at the bottom and I cannot physically pull myself up anymore, and this hurts. So I usually do this at the beginning of my workouts because I want to obviously use my energy for this, and this takes a lot of energy and a lot of work, so I do that. I prefer the chin up because obviously it's easier, but I do have to do the wide grip in this program, so I usually do the chin ups first and then I do the wide grip. Wide grip is obviously harder for me, so I kind of just do like 4 sets of that. So then my next exercise is these seated rows. So I do these on the floor. So pretty much what I do is I take these handles and I put 2 into the rope attachment, and this just helps me get like a deeper pull, like a deeper row, you know? Keep my elbows pinned to my sides, and I imagine I'm pulling my elbows towards the ground, and this just helps me remind myself, like, use your lat muscles, you know, pinch your back, I pull down slowly. This is not like a swinging motion for me. I really want to make sure I feel it. So I usually start with, I think 70 pounds, and then I go all the way to 90, and I think recently I hit 100, so I was actually really proud of myself. Alright, so something I always do on my back days is the lat pull down. I usually do different forms of it. So like as you saw before, I was doing like a row on the ground just to get more of like a range of motion. So this one is obviously the standard lat pull down, and I like this specific handle. I usually switch it out because it has like a grip on it. My grip strength is horrible. My hands, like my calluses, they hurt the heavier I go, and my wrists start hurting. So what I usually do is start off with, I think 75 pounds, so that's my warm up, and I'll try to hit 10 reps, and then I'm going to be increasing by 10 pounds each time until I get to about 100 or to 90 pounds, and usually by that time I'm like struggling to hit 3 reps, and that's what I want to do. I want to get to muscle failure, and then right after I can struggle and get like only 2 or 3 reps, then I lower the weight back down to 75, and then I try to do like 10 reps or like as many as I can. This is by far favorite exercise, honestly, the bench press. I love it. Now, I prefer doing it on obviously a bench because there is also the barbell option. I like this because I don't need a spotter. Like I honestly, like if I fail this, you just drop the weight. Like there's no fear of it like crushing me or coming down on my windpipe. No, okay. So I prefer like this. So usually my warm-up used to be 25 pounds, but now that's a little bit too light for me. So I go straight into the 30s and then I try to hit 10 reps. And then right after that, I'm going to go up. So I go up to the 35s and then see how many reps I can get with that. 35 right now is my max. And some days, honestly, I can barely hit like 2, you know, it's kind of hard, but I'm working on it. So anyways, so I usually do sets of 4. I have the bench just at a slight incline. So the incline is to support my shoulders so that I can focus more on contracting my chest, to squeeze the weights together. Sometimes I do this with a flat bench. It just depends on my mood, but I feel like when I'm going heavier, it's like a lot easier when I have the bench inclined like this. I don't know how to explain it. Any guys in the comments, you can explain to me. But yeah, so this is what I do for chest. Sometimes I go and do like the barbell bench press right after this and just try to like physically exhaust my muscles. But for the most part, I stick with the dumbbells. So it kind of sucks because 30s is pretty challenging for me. Sorry, not 30s, 35s. And I want to increase my weight. I want to go up to 40s, right? But I can barely get the 35s up. Like once I get it up, I can definitely like hit the weight, but getting it to the position is very difficult for me. So obviously I'm not going to increase to 40 until I can master 35s. So it kind of sucks. I wish there was like 0.5 increments so I could do like 30.5, but they don't have that. Okay, so now I'm also doing tricep push downs. So I really like hitting my triceps. I carry most of my fat in my upper body and like behind my arms. So I specifically like to target that muscle. I don't know why, like just triceps is just like one of my favorite muscles to hit. It's just so satisfying. So this is my second leg day. So this is a deadlift day for me in the program. So right at the beginning, it's pretty heavy deadlift. The rest of the exercises are pretty much like accessory work. So this is almost like a recovery day for me. So what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of going through the motion of a deadlift, making sure I'm pushing off with my heels and not my toes. And I'm imagining a leg press. So like if you ever used a leg press, I'm trying to imagine that I'm pushing the ground away from me. And when my arms are gripping onto this bar, I'm not lifting the weight up with my arms, okay? My arms are just like anchors. They're just holding the bar. I'm really actually pushing up with my legs, my glutes, okay? Glutes and hamstrings. So I've been really practicing my form with this. I usually warm up with 135 and then I go up in increments of 10 pounds. So this is 155 here. I brought out the straps because my wrist strength is non-existent, okay? And my wrists have been injured from just editing and just wear and tear, but I use the straps when my grip strength is kind of failing. This is 155 and I think I go for 10 reps. The higher I go in weight, the less reps I'm gonna do. So I kind of like go down to like 8, 6, but the program, I think it was 2 sets of 8, 2 sets of 6, and then 2 sets of 4, and then a set of 2, I think. But sometimes if I'm not gonna lie to you, like sometimes I feel dizzy, like I'm not really feeling it. So I'll just kind of hit 10 reps, and then I go on to the next exercise. Okay, so this is something I was just trying this day. It's not part of the program, but I just wanted to try like some single leg exercises. I'm pretty sure in the program it was Bulgarian split squats, and I just was not feeling it this day because I was just not like I wasn't feeling good, okay? Like I didn't even do hip thrust this day. Like my energy was just 0. Anyway, so I'm using the leg press to do this single leg exercise, but this is pretty much like a Bulgarian split squats, almost as if you are like doing a single leg lunge. So if you ever want to try this, you want to try something new, you can do this. So then I just moved into regular leg pressing because I don't know, I was bored. So I usually put two 45-pound plates on each side, and I just try to slow down my reps. I try to get as deep as possible, but it's kind of hard for me because like I really cannot breathe, and my legs are pretty long and my torso is short, so for you guys it looks like I have a very short range of motion, but in reality it's just like I'm like struggling to breathe. Anyways, so I try to do that. I go up, I added two 45s on each side. Usually that is my warm-up. I don't know why I went with one 45. I guess because I haven't done this in a while, I'm just like, okay, like maybe I should lower my weight. But anyways, this is like at the end of my workout, so I just did a couple sets of the leg press, and I think I was done for the day. But usually after the second leg day, I usually do some cardio and some abs, and I've been really focusing on my core, trying to engage my core, doing all these functional core workouts. I usually do 2 days on the treadmill. That's my favorite type of cardio, just like do an hour on the treadmill, do some core work. Usually I used to do 2 upper body days, and honestly I just don't have the energy, so it's whatever works for you. But right now 2 lower body days and the upper body day works for me. The second lower body day is a quad focus workout, so it's just been going great. So I hope you enjoyed. That was my week of workouts. I'm pretty sure I forgot to include the cardio section, but if you want to see more, check out my channel. I'll see you guys later. Bye.